Shining Victories was released back on May 6th, 2016, and while some strategies such as Cosmo took advantage of some of the cards within this set, it didn't start seeing popularity until after the WCQ season. In addition, around the WCQ season, we received the Rise of the True Dragon structure deck on July 8th, as well as the Dark Side of Dimensions movie pack on July 22nd. Paired with a ban list, this ushered in Blue Eyes to become one of the strongest decks of the format. And speaking of, that new ban list would go into effect on August 29th, 2016. Performapal Monkey Board and Kaiser Coliseum were now banned from official tournament play. Beatrice, Lady the Eternal, Seer, Malebranche of the Burning Abyss, Aether the Heavenly Monarch, Cosmo Dark Destroyer, Magispector Unicorn Kirin, Emergency Teleport, Pantheism of the Monarchs, Pendulum Call, and the Monarch Stormforth were all limited to 1 copy each. Max C, Thunder King Ryo, and Wind-Up Magician were now semi-limited to 2 copies per deck. And finally, Thousand Eyes Restrict, Allure of Darkness, and Gold Sarcophagus were now unlimited to 3 copies. In this series, both MBT and myself will be traversing the sands of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Each episode will take a deep dive into Yu-Gi-Oh's past formats and unlock new strategies as new sets become available. Strap yourselves in because anything is possible. Welcome to the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Last Kids on Earth Hit the Deck is a digital strategy and card battle game that works as an intro to roguelike strategy games, but it's also deep enough that deck builder and card battler enthusiasts will get a kick out of its unique mechanics. This game features 4 different characters, Jack, June, Quint, and Dirk, and each character has over 60 unique cards to build their battle decks with their own strengths and weaknesses. You can tailor your experience to match your playstyle in this turn-based strategy game. One of my favorite things to do is to play as Quint and use multiple Acid Eye Blast to load up the enemies with debuffs such as Vulnerable, which makes the enemies take 100% more damage, then finish them off with 1 big hit from Masterful for an insane amount of damage, sometimes even one-shotting larger bosses. I also love the Card Creator, a feature you unlock by playing through the storyline that allows you to design your very own cards to use in-game. You determine the cost, the stats, the buffs, the debuffs, even the name, and of course there's a system in place to balance the cards so you can't go too crazy, but it definitely adds a unique element to the experience. Last Kids on Earth Hit the Deck is available on Steam for both PC and Mac. iOS and Android versions will be available in early 2023. Click the links below to try the game today.
I don't want to take up too much of your time with the list that you see in front of you. The story of this format is unquestionably one about a deck that Konami demanded, more cynically than any archetype we had seen before or since, that it be good and sell packs. The story of this format is the story of Blue Eyes, and Blue Eyes is the deck that Alex is going to be playing for this episode. Keep in mind, among top players, most matches were Blue Eyes mirrors, but that mirror is so drastically unfun that we decided to take a look at one of its top competitors in Magispector Metalfoe. The Metalfoes, released around the same time as the new Blue Eye support, were a type of card that Yu-Gi-Oh! Had not seen in a long time. They were certainly combo enablers. Their setup combos using cards like Blackwing Gofu the Vague Shadow, popping one of the tokens, setting a Metalfoes fusion, going into an Adamantite, and ending on an Ultimaya Zulkin and a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon were the stuff of legend. But they were also powerful control tools. Like most pendulum archetypes, they had an inevitability, and in Metalfoes specifically, it was bolstered by not only being able to pendulum summon a ton of high attack monsters every turn, but also by converting them into removal spells by way of Metalfoes fusion and cards like Metalfoes Orichalc. They were defensive in that they could set up Metalfoes counter turn after turn. And finally, they were enablers for cards that were exceptionally powerful but had not seen much metagame contention, either because they competed for the normal summon or because they required tributes. It took the player base a long time to figure out what to do with the Metalfoes monsters. Early on, people were playing Card of Demise in order to overwhelm an opponent with repeatable Metalfoes summons like Cleafort Demise before it. The difference is the Metalfoes counter is a much better card than what Cleafort was capable of setting up, and that each of their individual pendulum scales was also kind of Cleafort Scout. Once new support came out, builds would coalesce around a combo-oriented strategy that had a type of inevitability that no other combo deck did by way of cards like Metalfoes Mithrillium. For now, people were tinkering mostly with Gofu setups and including a suite of Magispector monsters, Bunbuku, and one copy of the 6-star Kirin. You don't have to spend your normal summon on this card if you can just pend it out. Kieran was unmatched during this period in terms of removal, and it's for that reason that I think we might have a fighting chance today, even though Alex's deck definitely outclasses ours. Let's talk a little bit about the individual monsters. The metal foes are all scale 1 or scale 8. They all have the same effect in the pendulum zone. Once per turn, you can target a face-up card you control, destroy it, and set a metal foe spell trap directly from your deck, and other than that, they are all vanillas. Because of that, we're playing 3 copies of Painful Decision and a Rescue Rabbit. In terms of spell traps we can search, we're on 3 copies of Metal Foe's Counter, which, if a card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, can special a metal foes from your deck, and can be banished to add a pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. This lets you set scales if your opponent destroys them with something like a Twin Twisters. Metal Foe's Fusion performs a fusion summon of a Metal Foe's monster using monsters you control, and can be shuffled back into the deck to draw a card. After that, we're playing a bunch of utility cards and staples, 3 Pot of Desires, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, 3 Blackwing Go for the Vague Shadow. This is the first time that duelists were tinkering with this card. Here it's very powerful, but it of course would be pushed into uber playability with the release of Lynx shortly after. 3 copies of Archfiend Eccentric. It is a mutable removal spell that can also be a scale in a pinch. 1 copy of Ether, the Evil Empowering Dragon. Not much can beat this recursive removal. Banishing is really good during this period, and for that reason, this card stands out. Luster Pendulum, of course, gets more cards to your face-up extra deck. Kieran and Bunbuku need no introduction. Jaugen the Spiritualist is a really funny card to end on in a hand that does not require its normal summon or can be pended out. And finally, of course, we're playing Maxi. In the side, we've got 3 Flying Sea, 3 Gamciel the Sea Turtle Kaiju, which I will certainly be boarding into, 1 copy of Raigeki, 2 copies of Twin Twisters, 3 copies of Solemn Strike, and 3 copies of Typhoon. In the extra, we've got Adamantite, Crimsonite, Double Orichalc, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, Ignatius of Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer, Stardust Spark, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, Zolkin, Void Ogre Dragon, Castel, number 39 Utopia, S39 the Lightning, Phantom Knights of Breaksword, and Totem Bird. Most of this match is going to revolve around, in my opinion, one of the most clear-cut examples of Konami attempting to get people to purchase new product ever printed, Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. This card prevents you from special summoning more than 2 monsters a turn, so we are going to, at least in games 2 and 3, have to play Draw Gamciel or Bust. Here's Alex with one of the most cynical decks of all time.
This legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible. Very few have faced this awesome creature and lived to tell the tale. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been waiting for this episode in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably since we first started the series, because Blue Eyes White Dragon is here and was in fact actually a meta contender for a very small stint of time in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's actually better if you were in Japan during this time, because Blue Eyes was like the best deck for like the better part of like several months. By comparison here in the TCG, it was not nearly as long. But come on, if they're going to release good playable Blue Eyes cards, you don't think everyone's going to take the opportunity to try and play them? I'm so excited. I hope I remember how to play this deck, because it's been so long, and as we've seen with some of the other decks that I haven't played in quite some time, I'm a bit rusty, so I apologize if I make any mistakes, but man, this is awesome. Blue Eyes is one of my favorite archetypes, and the support this deck received out of Shining Victories, as well as the Dragon Structure deck, it is everything we could have asked for and more. So let's do the card by card. First up, we have Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon from the movie pack. This is also one of the cards we were missing, and this card is fantastic. It has to be special summoned by revealing Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand. You can only special summon him once per turn this way. His name becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon while on the field or in the graveyard, and once per turn, you can target a monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and this card can't attack. That's it. It can just pop a card for free. It's insane, and it doesn't even matter that it can't attack, because you can get off the field very easily and sync with it for many of our other cards in our extra deck. We have 2 copies of Dragon Spirit of White. This card is always treated as a Blue Eyes card and is always crazy. So while it is on the field, or excuse me, in the graveyard or hand, it is considered a normal monster, which is very important for some other cards we have. You can target a spell or trap card your opponent controls and banish it when this card is normal or special summoned, and if your opponent controls a monster, as a quick effect, you can tribute this card, special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. So it banishes spells and traps on summon. It's able to tag out when it's in danger to get the Blue Eyes that's in your hand that you use for alternative out onto the field. It is just a powerhouse. We have 1 copy of Effect Veiler, because Sage with Eyes of Blue can actually search it, because it's a light level 1 tuner, just conveniently, so you get to get Veiler to your hand for free. This deck is playing 1 Master with Eyes of Blue. This was not a popular pick, but some people opted to play the 1 of just because it's a nice little card to have. On normal summon, you can target a level 1 light tuner in your grave, add it to your hand. That's pretty good. There's nothing really really wrong with that. And you can shuffle this card from your graveyard into the deck, target effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard other than the sent monster. You can only use that effect once per turn. The main star of the show, though, of course, is Sage with Eyes of Blue. This is the one that most people remember. On normal summon, you can add a level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand, except another copy of himself. You can discard this card and target an effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn. We have 2 Maxi, of course, and we have, in addition to our White Stone of Legend, which a lot of you might remember from, what is it, Crimson Crisis this card came out in, I think. This was ages ago. We have White Stone of Ancients. So Legend, just if it's sent to the grave, you add a Blue Eyes to your hand. White Stone of Ancients, once per turn during the end phase. If it's sent to the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. That means you can bring out Dragon Spirit of White and banish one of your opponent's cards. But also, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, and you can only use that effect once per turn. So this allows you to recover stuff like your alternative dragons, your vanilla dragons, if you need that for alternative. Just a fantastic card all around, and generating advantage. That's it for the Monster Zone. If you're not playing the OG artwork, you're not playing this deck correctly. For these spells, we have 1 Cards of Consonance. This lets you pick a Dragon Tuner with 1,000 or less attack and draw 2 cards. That's our 4 stones here, which can be searched with Sage, so they're a lot easier to get than you might think. We have 1 Dragon Shrine, which we can pitch a dragon monster from deck to grave, and if it was a normal, we can send another monster as well. Triple Pot of Desires, newly released out of the Dark Illusion. Banish 10 from the top of your deck and draw 2. This is basically Pot of Greed for all intents and purposes. We have 1 copy of Raigeki, Triple Return of the Dragon Lords. This is what we were missing from the Structure deck that came out around the time. You target a level 7 or 8 dragon in your grave, special summon it, and if a dragon monster you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. We have 1 Silver's Cry, which is just a monster reborn for dragon normal monsters, but that does count Dragon Spirit of White. 1 Soul Charge, because I think it's limited and somehow still legal at this point. Triple Melody of Awakening Dragon to be able to search our alternative. Triple Trade In to get rid of our Blue Eyes or alternative if we need to see more cards. A lone copy of Upstart. Double Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. This is good because it actually acts as removal, but also as a way to get some of the dead cards out of our hand, or to pitch our stones to get value there. And 1 copy of Vanity's Emptiness. Why is this card still legal? I have no clue. For the extra, we have Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. Gotta be honest, you probably never summon this card, but if you do, which is very funny and also looks quite cool. 2 Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. This is more important when you realize the value of Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. So this requires a tuner and a non-tuner Blue Eyes monster. Neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. That's very strong against Pendulum decks specifically. And once per turn, when a card or effect in the graveyard is activated, quick effect, negate the activation. So that's pretty strong against decks like Burning Abyss and the like around the time. And as another quick effect, you contribute the Synchro Summon card. So that means only when it's been Synchro Summoned, not if you revive it. Special summon a Light Dragon Synchro monster from your extra deck in defense, except Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, but destroy it during the end phase of this turn. There are a couple targets for this. We have stuff like Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, which is the most important, and it's nice because when this is special summoned, it protects all your dragons from targeted or being destroyed by card effects until the end of the turn, which means it actually survives Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon's effect. And then during your next standby phase, you can target a normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it, which is crazy. We have Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, which acts as a way to just interact with our opponent by bouncing special summon monsters. We also have Michael the Arc Lightsworn as well, which can just banish stuff on the field, which is quite strong. And we also have Stardust Spark Dragon to protect stuff like Vanity's Emptiness if we want to get our opponent on a nasty lock. We're also playing Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon because it's Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Come on, there's no reason we're not going to play this if we can't. And then for the Xyz, we have a bunch of rank 8s. We have Alcei the Sylvan High Protector, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, Full Armor Photon Dragon. We have Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon to pile on top of everything else. I can't believe this card is legal, and I hope we get to show this off. Number 38 and number 46 Dragulon to wrap up our extra. The side, we've got Triple Gamma Seal, Double Ghost Ogre, a Cat Sith. Very funny because we can search this off of our copy of Sage. We have Double Dark Hole, Triple Twin Twister, Mystical Ref Panel. This is one of those times where this card was super hyped. I think people were trying to ref panel Desires because everyone was playing it. And of course, we have Triple Solemn Strike for when we know we are going first. I have not played with this deck in so long, and I'm so excited to see how it performs, especially in a 2016 environment. And I really hope that anyone who didn't get to experience this back in the day really gets a sense of what it was like, because man, was it awesome to walk into locals and see like half the people there at least playing Blue Eyes, just because Blue Eyes fucking rocks. So guys, let's not make you wait any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to duel. Well, Joseph, welcome to the new format. August 2016 ban list is now in effect. Two decks that I don't want to say we haven't seen either of these at all, because we've seen your deck a little bit, but this is like the new iteration on it. And I get to play one of the most fan favorite archetypes of all time. And guess what? The deck was actually like kind of good. That's pretty sick.
No, my deck is completely different. Your deck is maybe the most cynical thing that we've ever seen out of Konami. But hey, it's playable, and that's the intention.
It's better than Dark Magician, that's for sure. Because I don't know where are all these Dark Magician tops. Just saying, you look at all around the 2016 timeline, and it's all Blue Eyes, baby.
You
so,
wait for
Team
History of
Kaiba,
Jank.
let's go.
It'll show up.
That's true. That's fair. Shout out to patron Mighty Bone. Thank you for the support, buddy. You got the hand up.
Yeah, sure.
I rolled a 4, which is half the number of stars on the all-powerful Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I picked 2 because I need 2 scales.
Woo! All right, let's see what we got. I'm so excited. Oh, man. I remember when these cards came out. This was, like, the best thing ever, and I can't wait to open my opening hand, and I'm going to brick entirely. It's like Monarchs all over again, baby. Go ahead!
Okay, my hand is actually killer. We're going to begin with Blackwing Gofu the Vague Shadow.
Oh, this card's actually kind of crazy. A Monarch staple support card once people figured out that this card is crazy.
Yeah,
but yes,
Monarch
that is
staple
fine.
is what it was. It was an everything staple.
It wasn't everything. That's true.
Right.
Whoever thought about this card, thank you, and what the fuck were you thinking?
What do
anyway,
you, what do you
Gofu's
set
fine.
in your deck? What am I playing around? Maybe like Torrential? No, there's no way. Yeah, I'm really shocked. I have no idea what that set card is. But whatever. We're gonna go Painful Decision.
Sure. This is a cool little card. I love the artwork
Yes,
on this.
it is.
This is amazing.
Yes, it is. We are gonna send a Gold Driver to the graveyard to add a Gold Driver to hand.
Sounds good to me.
Does it? Okay. Let us activate Metal Foe's Gold Driver.
Sure.
We'll activate Metal Foe's Steelen.
That is fine.
Gold
Pen
Driver
summon.
targets Steelen. We will set Metal Foe's Fusion. We will activate Metal Foe's Fusion.
Who are we fusing?
The tokens. Let's hold off on it just for a sec. Man, this deck does everything. Okay. Desires.
Sure. First time we get to see this. Banish your
It
10,
is.
sir.
Yes, it is.
And Ash Blossom is not legal yet, so you have nothing to worry about.
Oh, fart. That was less exciting than I wanted. All right, let's scale Steelen.
Okay, that's fine.
Penned.
Pending. Yep.
Thoughts, prayers?
All here.
Good. Here we'll go for Fusion.
Sure.
Oh, get in the extra deck, you.
I was going to say, get in the extra deck. That's where that goes.
Adamantite. Anything here?
Adamantite. That seems fine by me. What are you going to do? Overlay?
Hardly. Boom!
Oh, this card is actually much scarier.
Yeah.
Thinking.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, good old Zolkin. I forgot. You know, there was a point we didn't do Zolkin Monarch. I think that was also something, but I think we needed Gofu for that to actually be a thing. Okay. So what are you going to do now? You're going to go for like fucking Crystal Wing or some bullshit? That seems pretty annoying.
Could be.
This is, I think, fine. Yes, proceed.
Okay, we'll go Fusion.
Shuffle it back. It's fine.
Okay, let's actually see what I banished face down. All right, sick. We'll go Steelen, target Gold Driver. You know what? Let's actually target the freaking token, Lois.
Sure.
We're going to set a Metal Foe's counter. We'll trigger Zolkin.
I'll Veiler Zolkin.
Which I had another Synchro Monster.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
All right, no big deal. We are going to normal summon Yogan.
Uh-oh.
Battle.
Yeah. 2 and 24.
Go ahead.
End phase. This is my set card. Phoenix Wing Windblast.
Targeting.
I think I'm going to target the fucking Jowgen, because otherwise I don't get the special off this White Stone.
Yeah, that's fine.
End phase, I'll trigger White Stone if you'll allow it.
That's also fine.
Let us get... Who do we want? Probably has to be Dragon Spirit of White, so we'll go for that.
Yeah.
And we'll draw. Standby main. That's what we needed. Cards of Consonance, baby.
Yes. Oh, that is what you needed.
It is what I needed. That is also kind of what I needed, too. Not gonna lie. Thinking here. We will go normal Sage. Activate the effect.
Yeah.
Sage gets to add a Light Tuner, of which there are a few. Guess I'll just keep my stone rotation going, so we'll get another Ancients.
Yes.
Let's go. Also, what am I doing? I forgot on end phase, Dragon Spirit of White can banish your back row. Get that out of here. Yeah. I'm like, I know this thing has another effect, and that's reading cards. Could you imagine? We're gonna go trade in.
Uh-huh.
That would have been good, but I think it's probably okay anyway. We're gonna go Melody of the Awakening Dragon.
Oh, God. Yeah.
We're gonna get Blue Eyes and Alternative.
Sure.
We're gonna bring out the Alternative.
Yep.
Revealing Blue Eyes. We'll activate the Alternative. We'll pop the Volflame.
Sure.
Then we will go ahead and sync up here.
Yep.
We'll go for the Spirit Dragon.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll just go to battle here. I think this is probably fine. So we'll go 25 over the Zulkin and then 25 direct.
That's fine.
Second main, we're going to set 1. And then end phase, we're going to activate the Whitestone.
Yeah.
Get out another Spirit. Spirit effect.
Who is
Go
playing
and...
2 Spirit?
It's like
God.
week 1, buddy. It's like week
Jesus.
1. I will take out the Gold Driver.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna do it for me. Go ahead.
Would you like to use the other Whitestone?
I was thinking about it, but are we on 3 Spirit? There's no way. Yeah. I'm gonna pass on the other Spirit, unfortunately. Thank you for asking, though.
Standby?
Standby's fine.
Main.
You're good.
Normal Yogan.
To try and nuke me here. I think if I want to preserve my field, I have to. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. We're gonna go Spirit Dragon effect. Oh, actually, no, I'm Jowgen. I can't do anything.
I was gonna
Never
say,
mind.
are you?
I'm not gonna be doing anything. You're good. I don't know why I'm thinking then.
All right, we'll go Yogan. You actually pick the card out of my hand.
I'll pick this one.
All right, that is a scale that I actually needed, but sure.
So everything special summon gets nuked. That is very annoying.
All right, we'll scale Volflame and then activate the effect targeting Steelin. I guess I could have popped the Yogan and then like done a big pendulum summon, but a big pendulum summon in this context is like one 2400 attack point guy. Let's just go combat. Wow.
This is gonna be very funny to see how I can out a 200 attack point monster in a deck that exclusively special summons.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes. I'll draw. Uh-oh. This is not good. Not good at all. We're gonna go Whitestone effect.
Yes.
We're gonna banish and we're gonna add Sage back to hand.
Yes.
I do have an out, so I guess I should play to it. Normal Sage activate.
That's fine.
I am on the 1 Master with Eyes of Blue.
Oh God. Okay. What does Master do for you here? He's got
nothing
3.
right now. He's 300 attack. That's all that matters.
We're just gonna switch this guy to defense and pass.
You're an asshole. Yeah. Oh my God. I don't think I can out that. It's 1300 defense.
He's got quite the ass on him. I'll tell you that.
He does indeed. Well, you know, I don't even know if I would have used this card. I feel like that's like a detriment to me now. Shit. Let's put our guy to defense.
Okay.
And I'm gonna normal summon Master with Eyes of Blue and activate the effect. Might as well just keep getting value off of this while I can. I will get a Whitestone and add it to my hand.
You want to
I guess I could get Valor, but I want things that
Valor doesn't really
have attack
actually
points.
do it because it's
it doesn't.
my turn.
It's got to be on your turn, unfortunately.
Okay, that's an interesting one. All right, we may just try it here. We're 200 off. Terrible.
Ooh.
Wow, that's really fucking stupid.
Hear me out. You can still try it and see what happens.
No, I'm good.
Okay. We'll draw. Joseph, my Blue Eyes White Dragon may not be able to be special summoned, but he can still be tribute summoned. Arise!
Yeah.
Kill the fucking Jowgen, please.
We'll go.
Yeah, do your fucking thing, sure.
Let's go grab freaking Gold Driver, Lois.
We'll go second main here. Let's see. I'm gonna go Melody Pitch Desires.
Yep.
We'll grab another Blue Eyes, and we will grab an alternative.
Yep.
We'll special alternative.
Yep.
Declare alternative to pop.
Yep.
We will do nothing else because we already normaled the blue eyes this turn. We could make some big, gigantic fucker. That'd be kind of funny. Might just be actively better for me to keep the blue eyes on the field.
It would be funny for sure, yeah.
Got 2 in hand, drawing to 3 next turn. Let's give this a shot. I may as well try to keep you off some resources here. I'm going to overlay for, I'll say, the Sylvan High Protector.
Sure.
So we're going to use this first effect here. I get to declare a card name and excavate the top card of my deck. And if I call it right, it goes to my hand. Otherwise, it just goes to the graveyard.
Sure.
What can I use my protagonist powers to will to my hand? I'm going to go ahead and will a copy of Trade into my hand, if you don't mind.
Okay, thank God.
Fuck. Okay. That triggers also a second effect, which honestly would have just been a bonus if I hit it.
Yeah.
So we'll use that. We're going to detach this alternative, and I'm going to shuffle your Volflame to the bottom of your deck.
Yeah.
And that's it for me. May as well try to keep you off scales.
Stand by me. Well, it didn't work. Scale silvered. Scale luster pendulum the Draco Slayer.
That's annoying. Yeah, I fucking guess. Yeah.
Silvered. We'll set this guy. Steelin.
On activation of Steelin, I will Silver's Cry.
No response.
We will get the Dragon Spirits, and then Dragon Spirit effect. We will, I guess, banish the fucking Steelin. Sure.
Sure. Counter. I will take Steelin.
You got him.
I will activate Steelin. PS as many as I can.
Go for it. We are still on Master Rule 3, even though our board would suggest otherwise.
Thank God. Okay, that was step 1. I don't know what step 2 is here. So we're going to sync Luster Pendulum and Gold Driver.
Go for Mr. Ignister.
Mr. Nister. We are going to activate him. I just don't know what my target's going to be. We will go Ignister Prominence, and we will... While I have the fusion, and I really want to, like, make a fusion, there's no good ones yet. Like, I'd be making Orichalc. So we are going to destroy the Steelin and shuffle the Alessi.
There he goes.
2 Blue Eyes Engraved. There's, like, a 0% chance you don't have one in hand.
You know I have one because I summoned Alternative last time.
Oh, I do.
Complicates things just a little bit for you.
He's got... Alessi has 32.
32. Big defense.
We are going to go combat.
I guess I don't have to tag this out, but I may as well. So we'll activate.
No response.
He's here.
Go ahead.
Okay. We will go effect of White Stone Engrave. Get the blue eyes to hand.
Yes.
I know the set is a fusion.
You do.
Right? We'll go special alternative.
Yeah.
Raigeki.
Oh! Jesus Christ. Did you draw that for turn?
I did.
Oh, cool.
It's the end of the game. Yeah. Woo! All right, that was miserable.
One of Effect Veiler, one of Phoenix Wing.
It wasn't a one of Phoenix Wing. Calm down,
it's not
sir.
a one
Calm
of
down.
Phoenix Wing? All right, you got.
It was a 2
you
of.
Got other
even
problems.
better.
All right, here's a problem for you. Boom, ba-da-ba, pow.
All right, we've seen this before, and you get to go off completely uncontested. So let's see what you got.
I'm hoping that that's the case. Yeah, I mean we've got a lot. We're gonna normal summon Bunbuku.
Oh wow, yeah, this is like the god hand.
Grab Kieran.
No, Kieran's still legal. Shit.
Kieran is literally legal. Okay, we're gonna go painful decision here. We'll grab Steelin.
Sure.
Is it just like kind of weird? All right, we will simply draw a Metal Foe. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think actually there is a slightly higher chance I get the low scale. Okay. We'll go these 2 to the grave for Zolkin.
Sure.
Here we go. Okay. Zolkin.
Zolkin is fine. No Veiler.
All right, it wasn't a scale. It was Pot of Desires.
Oh, that's pretty fucking good. That's basically 2 scales.
We'll see. We'll see. It was no scales, in fact. Wow.
Woo!
Oh,
okay.
That's disastrous. Okay, we'll set Steelin anyway. We're going to use Steelin here, targeting the... we target the Bunbuku, we can go... No, I think we're just targeting the token. We'll grab
That makes no sense to me.
And no Kieran. You lucked out, buddy. Oh, whoa. These banishes are crazy. Also no Yogan. Go ahead.
This seems very beatable.
Yeah.
Very beatable. Yeah. I will go to main phase 1. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go Melody, Pitch, Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Grab ourselves an alternative and a Blue Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You like Pot of Desires so much that I think I'm going to reciprocate here.
Yeah.
See what we get. Oh, excellent. That is, like, not what I wanted at all. Okay. I'm just going to do cleanup duty here. I drew it.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Your Bunbuku doesn't die, though.
Oh, boy. We'll go counter here.
Yeah, I figured.
Guess we'll just grab Volflame. Please don't kill me, sir.
Trust me. Looking at my hand, I don't even know if that's
Maybe we ain't
possible.
grabbing shit. Mr. Dueling Book, please? Oh, okay.
There you go.
I'm not getting this guy. We're going to grab Gold Driver. And you know what? I think we're going to put him in defense.
You sure? I mean, my guys aren't that big. I can assure you. We're bringing out alternative.
Mm-hmm.
Reveal the Blue Eyes that you know about. Fuck it. We'll go Return of the Dragon Lords on our
Jesus Christ. Yep.
And we'll go battle. Let's just hit over. So 18, and then this will just die. Second main. I know you got what? Kieran?
Yeah, you know Kieran.
I kind of like doing my little all-say play. It almost lost me the game, but I kind of like it. So let's just try it. Okay. What am I going to divine to my hand that will make my hand much better? Let's get a Dragon Spirit of the stone, the White Stone of Ancients.
All right.
Damn.
Well.
Okay. We'll trigger the second effect. We will detach our good old alternative here, and let's just put Steel into the bottom, and that's it. Go ahead.
Stand by main. What does this card do? Nothing.
I'll say he does nothing.
All right. Main okay. Gofu.
Another Gofu. Sure. You have metal foes. You get the free value.
Steel end. Target a token.
Sure. I'm like, that's the whole point of this deck.
Like,
yeah.
What are you talking? What the fuck? Where's Fusion? You're shitting me.
Did you banish it? No shot.
Fusion is not the only card I banished. Oh, man. That is agonizing. That actually really fucks a whole bunch of stupid shit up.
I love Pot of Desires, don't you?
Well, in that case, I don't think I'm even doing Gofu. We're getting Desires out of this game. This is just going to have to be good enough, I think. Normal Archfiend Eccentric. I will now activate Archfiend Eccentric. Wow.
That's good enough to beat, I'll say, sure.
Counter.
Yep.
Grab Gold Driver.
Sounds good.
Set scales.
No response.
PS3.
Go for it.
Fuck it. Let's put her in attack. What's the worst that could happen? And we have no... Let me just confirm. No targets for the metal foes. You know what, actually?
You get Bunbuku, though, can't you?
We're going to summon Gofu. And we're going to pop a token for no reason. Because apparently it's optional. I didn't know that.
It's optional?
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
You don't have to get shit. It doesn't matter. All right, let's see if we have a Bunbuku here. Yeah, we got one more Bunbuku. Get in my hand. So, I mean, what can we do with this incredible tuner that Gofu provides? We can make a Blackwing synchro? Combat, I guess. Wow.
Sure. This is 4,000?
You guess.
Just walling up, are we?
Yes.
Just walling up. That's a pretty good one. I have to deal with the fucking Kieran now. That's so annoying. I'm going to go Return of the Dragon Lords, target vanilla Blue Eyes, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. He's out.
Hell yeah.
Battle.
Sure.
Attack Kieran.
Fine. I'll bounce Eccentric.
Okay.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, buddy, you got it. We can go.
That
to
was
game
a
3.
bad game. I'm not even gonna pretend that game was good. That was a bad game.
hand was Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes, Cards of Consonance, Soul Charge, with nothing engraved to bring back.
That's cool.
I guess I could have tried walling up, but Kieran would have just bounced me for my life. Best of luck, buddy. Main phase 1. This hand's looking pretty good, so let's see where we can get us. Let's go Sage Effect.
Yep.
We'll get... I mean, how good is Effect Veiler against you?
That's all right.
Not really. It's, like, kind of terrible.
That's fine.
In all honesty. It's good at stopping Zulkin, if you, like, even go that route. Screw it. There's nothing better. I guess we could get our Stone. Sure, we'll get a Stone instead. We'll Special Alternative. I'll reveal him. Just sync him off. Let's go for the Spirit Dragon.
Yeah.
Out of Desires. Gonna Desires ourselves out of the game like we did before. Okay. That's actually not bad. I think I'll save that. I'll just set one and pass.
Standby. Painful Decision.
It's perfectly fine.
Maybe. Goal Driver, I guess.
Sure.
Let's normal Bunbuku. We'll go for the effect here. We'll grab Kieran. We will scale Goal Driver. Scale Volflame. Pend 1.
Pend the Kieran. I think I'm going to strike this just to get Kieran out of the game.
Oh. Yeah. That's bad. That's devastating. Full flame target Gold Driver. We'll set counter. And back to you.
I see. We are in the end phase. Probably going to sack this off. Yeah, we're good. We'll keep him around. All right, we'll draw. Standby main. We're going to go ahead and fire Dragon Shrine. We'll dump a good old Blue Eyes, and we will also dump... Get to see what's left in my deck here. Let's get rid of Whitestone. We're going to go Whitestone effect, target the alternative.
Sure.
We'll bring out the alternative.
Yep.
May as well just, like, go for damage here. It's what, counter is the set? Yeah, sure. Let's just get in.
I take what? 18?
18.
Fool! I activate counter.
Sure.
Weren't expecting that, were ya?
I was not expecting that at all. That was the last thing on my
I
mind.
feel like you were expecting that. I think you're lying to me. Oh, jeez. I don't even know what I'm fucking getting here. We're actually getting silvered.
Second main good. We'll go normal ancients. Let's go ahead and make another spirit dragon. Yeah. End phase, attempt to activate stone. Bring out white. We'll use dragon spirit of white. We'll take out the back row.
Okay, it's another counter.
And over to you.
What the fuck do you want me to do about this? Oh, one turn too late, buddy. Counter. We'll grab Gold Driver.
Sure.
Scale Gold Driver. PS1. Bunbuku.
It's fine.
Grab Bunbuku. Normal Bunbuku.
There we go. Going for a tri-edge Levia.
I think
you got three level
that's
threes.
The play for sure. Yeah.
I think you need waters to even summon that thing. What else? You can make a Terror Bite. That needs 3 level 3s.
Overlay these two for Break Sword.
I'm going to think here. I'm going to activate one of my Spirit Dragons. We will special summon Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. And on summon, we'll activate his effect.
Sure. I'm going to turtle you.
Shit.
Over
who you turtling?
Spirit Dragon.
The Spirit Dragon. That makes sense.
We're going to go Break Sword, target Bunbuku and the turtle.
Sure.
We'll go Volflame, target... we're so close on this. Sorry, I'm thinking real quick.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I thought I had pretty good grip on this until we saw the turtle.
You know, this looks really bad, but I think it's actually the play. We're going to go Volflame, target Break Sword.
That does look really bad. Okay.
We'll get counter. Gofu.
I'm with you. Oh, I see.
Fucking summons 2 tokens at once, you spirit dragon looking ass. Okay, so no, yeah, I think I have to Gofu just to live, but that's it. Go ahead.
It seems fine. I'll draw. Standby Azure Eyes effect.
Yeah.
Get our Blue Eyes back. Main 1. I know you have counters set.
You do.
It's annoying. What do we have left in deck? A few things. Okay. We will Raigeki.
Oh my god, you're kidding me. Yeah, I guess we counter here.
About to say, don't think you have much of a choice.
Let's just grab Volflame, I think.
And that should be the end of the game, unless I'm missing something. We'll go Melody.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have targets. We're about to find out. I do! Hooray! We'll go alternative. Reveal.
The hand was Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes Melody.
Blue Eyes Melody. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
And yeah, this is
it.
more than enough here. Whoops. Woo! The Blue Eyes has returned. Oh, man.
7th card GamCL. Yeah, that's rough.
That's frustrating. That's so. If you had that on your first turn when I had the 1 Spirit Dragon, you could have just gone off. I was cooked easily.
No, I mean, this match really showcased just how much Konami wanted Blue Eyes to be the best deck. Spirit Dragon obviously is already broken just by the ability to tag into Azure Eyes in a way that keeps it alive and lets you plus. But the fact that it also prevents you from playing BA because you can negate graveyard effects and prevents you from playing Pendulum is like, oh, awesome, really excellent. It stops you from go-fooing because you summon the tokens at the same time. It's just, it's such an annoyance. And the side deck is like a bunch of cards specifically designed to get it off field, but not even like beat it. Like GamCL's fine. It's really good for sure. But like you're playing Raigeki just to chase out the tag. Like you just need to be able to do stuff, and woof. Yeah, this deck was so comprehensive, so incredibly powerful. The only thing that could beat it was that it was a bricky pile of garbage.
Of course, because it's Blue Eyes. At the end of the day, when you're playing a deck that just has a vanilla level 8 with 3k attack, there's only so much you can do with it. I do like that there's like incentive for having it in your hand, because then you can summon alternative, and that's like one of the best cards in your entire deck. But, I mean, there are, like, I think you saw pretty much every single game. I had multiple copies of this in my hand, and sometimes there's just nothing you can do with it. That's why this deck is playing stuff like Wind Blast, which I sided out in favor of the strikes. But you have trade-in, so after you go for your alternative play, you can just pitch him and draw a couple cards in his stead, and then it's nice because he's in the graveyard, and there's like 900 revival cards that you can use to bring him back. The deck just hums very smoothly, and it doesn't do, like, anything super fancy, I would say. It's pretty straightforward for what it does, but it does what it does well. And it's not like the best deck. It was a popular deck, and it was a deck that a lot of people played because for the nostalgia, you know, anime bait. Like, come on, it's Blue Eyes. You're gonna release good Blue Eyes cards in 2016 and people aren't gonna play them? Like, I'm sorry, that's just not gonna happen.
I think,
and so
I think this could maybe have been called a tier 0 when it was first released. There was like a 3-week period where it was the only thing worth playing, and the Worlds format, of course, was dominated by Blue Eyes. But
of course,
it is far and away the weakest, like, tier 0 that I think ever existed. It's just like, and it's immediately outclassed. As soon as the next series of packs releases, it's like you wouldn't be caught dead summoning Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. But for that magical 1 month period, it was not only something you could do, it was something you should do. And, you know, I guess Kaiba did get one very brief moment in the sunlight.
Yeah, there was like all these other, like there were still the other decks from the old format that were still sort of hovering around because they did get a bunch of limitations on the August ban list, but they were still playable. It didn't like cripple the decks out of like complete playability, because I think like Aether went to 1. We saw this match, Kieran went to 1. I think Seer also went to 1. So like BA and all these decks are still around, but as you said,
Cosmo
Spirit
did
Dragon,
not fare very well, but the other ones were fine.
Yeah, and like Spirit Dragon, as you mentioned, does check a lot of those decks, but at the end of the day, it just sort of, the ground was paved for Blue Eyes to essentially take flight here. And it was a very short period of time, but like you said, it was really fun going into locals and like half the people playing Blue Eyes just because it was fucking awesome. I loved it. It was a great memory. Like you said, didn't last very long. I think this is when like DDD was starting to like rise in popularity. I think the structure deck came out like either around this time or just like a little bit later, but people figured out that like the original DDD support was actually like decent. It was just really complicated and people hadn't figured it out yet. There's a few other decks that were still around as well, and we may not see much of Blue Eyes in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh after this, but I'm happy we gave it its one episode that it deserved.
For sure, for sure.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shout1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Phoenix the Immortal, Dan the Man Hoban, Richard Enormous, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Jesse Wood, Valen Jackson, Chris Hood, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretz, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Indian Taisho, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, Max, Twinkle Muncher, Matthew Brady, Dalton, Luban Yodaban. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Cmos Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLaperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT cancel by all community soon, cancel by all committee soon, cancel by all players soon, Shrugzix, the Crystal Beast Enthusiast, Corvain, and Grey9. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.